Okay, I have my Go Sensei app to, I believe, patch 1. I think this is the complete version, and it's going to be just minor fixes from this point onwards. Let me quickly go over what this is as an app, and then I'll go into what the latest changes have been. So we have a Go app. You can play your games. You can review your games. You have a deep dive of analysis over your last 100 games that you've played. You have puzzles that you can complete if you wish. These are life and death puzzles with little unlocks that you can get for your amusement and enjoyment and study. You have a complete functional match tracking section where we'll show you the matches that you have got going. You can jump into them. You've got these archives, so these are ones I've completed, but you've got these are correspondent games I've got going, and we have, they're also all ranked, so the same list is ranked and correspondence. I have local games running, I've got a review running, so this gives you an overview of everything that's happening inside your app. You have the settings, as you'd imagine. On your home screen, we've got your little widget, which will change the weather effects of the game, and that also links in with some boards that we have that you can play with, so that the environment of the world will change also how your board looks. I'll quickly just demonstrate that with going to snow and nighttime, and so you see snow coming down, and it will slowly turn to nighttime. And whilst it does that, because it takes a little while, because I don't want it to be too jarring quick, there it comes, just slowly going to nighttime. You can bring in a board that is, we've got different boards down the side here. We've got living weather. If you get living weather and you put it up as your board option, and we go the other side and get some stones, we get living stones weather, put them over. Now, what will happen is if we start a game, not on OGS, but it's just a local game on the local computer, just friend playing against friend, you'll see that the board starts. It looks like it's covered in snow, and if
Game
you place
started.
some stones, the stones look clean when it first begins, but those stones will slowly get covered in snow, as you can kind of just start seeing now. We can then go back to the home screen, make it daytime and raining, and it will slowly bring in the rain, and it will bring in the background as being daytime and snow, raining, and the board will slowly defrost, and the stones will defrost, and then everything will be covered in water. So this is all dynamic and live. We've got in the review section, we have Catago, which is installed on the app, so you don't have to worry about it. So you've got your own copy of Catago. You can say how strong you want Catago to be, but the more times Catago visits, the slower your computer will be, because it's quite a demanding neural network. So just chuck it down on 5 visits, so it's workable. And Catago will then, if you're reviewing a game and you say, well, what happens if I played here? Catago will be, cool, I would have played up there. And so you can play against Catago in a review game anytime you want. It takes over. You can turn Catago off. So if you just want to check different ideas, the Catago is like, well, next move's here, but it won't play the move. So you can play it out yourself. You can turn on the colors. This is a feature that's unique to my app. The colors will tell you blue is what Catago agreed with was the ideal moves. Green are really good moves. Mistakes are shown, and then blunders are shown. And so you can see overall how your game played out, and you got a little reference down the bottom saying how well you did, how well your opponent did. You got territories. Territory will load dynamically over the top of the board, as you'd expect. You've got Joseki, but I am not going to talk about that currently because that's a little bit more complicated. You can turn on your policies where it would show you the next best move, next 2 best moves, or next 3 best moves if there is a third one. But there is no actual third best move here because there's only this or this as far as Catago is concerned in this particular position. And we got heat maps. So heat maps is an interesting idea where if you want to turn off your policies, the heat map will say where in a general location the next best move is, but won't tell you where. So you can think, oh, here's where I should be playing, but it won't, like I said, tell you where it is. So you can think about where the next best move is without getting distracted in different spots. It didn't matter. So this is where we should be thinking, but it won't tell you where. So you can study the game and learn without being led down the path, so to speak, with a leash. Turn that off. The move tree here tells you each move and how good they are. You can turn on the move tree itself, and you can see this is branched off because I'm just doing some experiments just then to show you, and it will branch off to different moves, and you can go back to your original tree if you want. Also, that all works perfectly. You got your win rate still working, as you see in other apps on Go. When you're playing game, oh look, now we've got because it's raining, the board's covered in water, the stones are covered in water. But if you play a new stone, it's nice and dry, but then they'll slowly get covered in water. Let's go back to a sunny day. You can have also just it randomly changing the dates. So if you turn that on, get a little calendar. It says this is what it is now, that's what's going to be in the future, and it's going to change in 3 minutes if you want your random thing on. But we will keep it as off. Good. It automatically connects to OGS. It will give you a rank on OGS up in the corner here. We've got a whole range of options inside your option settings. You can mess with your sounds. You can mess with your weather. So you can change your background theme. So we've got different themes in the background. We've got, you can turn off that weather effect if you want. So that it doesn't automatically cycle. So that's what this change weather is. If you turn that on, it will cycle through randomly. We'll keep that off. Just sort of doing a quick overview of everything. I've got a game currently running. So it says here there's a game. It says 1 here. And if we go to the games, up here it says next game. So it's telling you straight away that you've got a next game. So you just click on next game. It takes you to the next game that requires your move. I think I'll go here in this corner. Notice how it's got the stone bob. You can turn that off in options if you want, but I like it because it makes the stones kind of feel like they're on the board. But you can turn that off, like I said. You can have full conversation with people on OGS. All right, hi. I can't read Russian, so I can't read that. You can turn on your match details. You can resize your board. If I change this like this, you can see that you can resize your board if you want. But I'm just capturing my screen, so I'm going to make it quite large. You can see all your information about your match. You can get even more information if you want to get detailed dig down on what's occurring. You can bring up your move tree if you want. So it's all there. It won't tell you how to play the game when you're playing game. There's no AI help when you're playing on OGS. But if you start a game against Catago and you say, look, let's play Catago, now you can turn on your tools and then you can have your, you can show your predicted moves and all that you'd expect, so you can get help with your moves. The Joseki, let's quickly talk about that. If you turn Joseki on and you play a move, it will then map your move to what you...
Game started.
It will map your move to whatever Josekis would fit with your move. So if I do an approach, it says, well, this Joseki here would fit that. So it shows you all different moves. The stone I picked is actually a really old stone. It's supposed to look old, so it's not supposed to look like that. Normally, I'll just unless you like really old, like theme stones, but don't mind that. You've got your overlay of what your Joseki things are. If you keep your move, because I'm playing against Catago, keep playing, and then wherever your last move is, it will show you the Joseki off from that, and I'll flush out more Joseki patterns into the future. It's a fair few that it will automatically match to. Another feature this has is that if you make a move, better yet to explain, see how Catago says up here is the next best move, right? But you might not know why. So what you can do is you can click this predict future play. And future play says, well, if you play here, what is the future play? So if I play here, then category plays here, then it says you should invade, and then it will block. So without committing to a move, you can see what the future sequence will be. So again, I feel this is a good addition because you're not just getting led down a path by a leash, you're seeing why, if you go there, what will happen afterwards. So this future play, I think, is quite a nice feature. And if you don't want to do the ideal move, you said, look, I was actually thinking about playing down here. You can say, all right, from that point onwards, what is the predicted play? Well, category will jump on top, then you should push down and it'll push on top. So you can see how your moves would work into the future depending on what you do. Oh, that's a sun effect because we're in summer. That's part of the living boards thing that I have. If you want to turn that sort of stuff off, you can use a different type of board. We've even got theme boards. Look at this. We'll go back to the game. So now we've got a theme board. Kind of cute. If you find you're sort of losing what you're seeing on the board, you can of course go back and change what the board is looking like. So you can, oh, that's a stone side. Sorry, we'll just go use this one. So you can make it black or white. I find the theme boards kind of look nice if you wash them out a bit. Yeah, it looks good, all right. That looks cool. Oh, and those stones. Let's change them to stones. So go back to the stones, and we'll go to slates for the black, and we'll go shell for the white. And there we go. Yeah, so this predicted moves lets you see what your move will do into the future without having to commit to it. So play here, keep move, and then category plays out and then recommends the next spots. You can turn all this stuff off, of course, if you don't want any help. You can just play against category straight out, and you can weaken category as well, because category, of course, is a monster. So you can say, always play the third best move, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth, or eighth, all the best moves. So you can tell category what to do, and you can tell how deep category reads, depending on how much you want to wait. You can upload your own games. If you go to review mode, you can upload a match. Have I accidentally broke that feature? I may have accidentally broken it. I will quickly put that back in because it looks like I've. Oh, there it is. Open another file. Yeah, there it is, in there. So you can upload a game, and then category will scan through the game at the depth that you've asked it to. And as it's scanning, you can turn on your colors, and you can see the colors will slowly pop up. There it goes. As category goes through the game and looks at it, and will build out the win rate and everything like that. You can stop the scan at any time, and you can restart the scan at any time if you just wanted to start again. But it doesn't lose what it's up to. So that's always a good thing. So you can stop, start, and it will slowly build everything out. So what are we doing here? We have another game waiting for a stone to be played. So let's go there. And oh, this is against category. I was wondering, why did it say that's the second best move? Because it shouldn't say that against a human player, and it won't. So this is against category, so that's why it's popped up. And that is my app up to date. There's going to be minor fixes to the game, as you can probably imagine, but this is basically finished. A little letter here saying there's a move waiting. This is from category, so there's that game from category still sitting there, and it will pop up. And as games come up, more of these letters will appear, so you can see what games are waiting for your move. Or you can see over here it says there's one pending game, and also when you're playing a game, it'll pop up here with your pending move for the next board. All right, everyone. Hopefully you enjoy what I've built here. If you have any questions, let me know. If any features you want to see, let me know. I can certainly add them in. And let's enjoy our Go playing.